I'm so excited to talk to you because you have gone through some coaching professionally, but you just told me that you were a professional soccer player before this. So coaching is not new to you in concept, but business coaching different, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. It's two different animals, but I was open to it either way.
Oh, well, being open is the key there. So maybe if you can share with why did you go to get business coaching? What was the whole impetus behind it?
Say for about 12 months that I needed to slow down and book less travel and take less meetings and kind of have a better work-life balance. And being a young, successful, driven, like what's next type of guy, it was really, I couldn't rein myself in. And I started realizing as that year progressed that my shoulders were heavy, something that didn't feel good. My anxiety was high, and those just weren't, um, normal traits that I'd experienced before. So it almost broke me down to asking for help, just the way I felt and the speed I was going.
Wow. So can you share with me a little bit more? You said your shoulders were heavy, like physically you were feeling that stress. It was just wearing on you in a physical way. Is that
Absolutely. Yeah,
wow.
absolutely. I mean, I would, for quite a while, I had like a heavy chest type of feeling, which I'm a pretty easygoing, fly by the seat of your pants, just up for whatever kind of guy. And so taking on more and more and just kind of running faster and faster and faster after my business and customers and accounts and all those things, it never seemed to dig out of that feeling. I just kept feeling that more, even so. So, fortunately, I had great management that kind of was my wake up call that said, hey, you know, we can try to help and figure out a way to not let you feel this way, but also manage it in the future.
You started how? You took the test, I think you said, and then what?
I took the test, and then they shared the results with me, and ironically and not surprising, everything across the board on all of my drivers were off the charts. All my positive and all of my negative drivers, they were off the charts. With a phone call from a guy I didn't know who was willing to help me, and we had never met. And it was all remote, but in the end, it was more than worth it.
Why do you say that? Why was it more than worth it?
One moment I can really cite, and Gary helped me in a lot of ways because I was a mess organization wise, people pleasing wise, and also kind of had this mantra, especially coming from an athletic background of, you know, you win the game, but you should have made this play better and that play better. And nothing was ever really good enough to my standard. And he helped me realize, like, as a leader, you're gonna have people on the team doing their best and succeeding. But if everything's never good enough, that's not the traits or qualities of a good leader. And my coaches never actually put that type of pressure on me. I always did it myself. And I thought, how unfair is that to unpack on a teammate or someone I'm coaching and developing in their career? I had to fix that. I had to figure out how to appreciate the successes and not always say pick it apart, and find the negatives where there aren't many. I was never protective over my calendar. I didn't even keep a calendar. If someone asked me for a meeting, I would just say, absolutely. Tell me a time and a place, and I'll fly there or I'll drive there and I'll be there. And I made myself available 100% of the time. And I remember the week. I planned to go to the mountains on a Friday to camp and have fun with my friends. And I had a business call that morning. I couldn't wait to get behind me. And then I was going to load the truck and go. And my customer called and said, hey, we have a conflict. Can we reschedule? I said, sure. And that was around 11 a.m. And then they called again and said, can we reschedule for the afternoon? And it was the first time in my career I said, I'm sorry, I'm busy this afternoon. Can it wait till Monday? And they said, yeah, Monday works great. And we rebooked the meeting for then. And this feeling I got of just like, I actually got to go enjoy my afternoon and stick to my plan and protect my schedule. That the relief and almost excitement that my customer was still happy. I was still doing my job, but I was able to have a better life balance than just always saying yes. Um, his coaching led me to that moment, and that moment kind of set on a new trend for me and how I manage my work-life balance.
So I mean, like, how long ago now? How long has when did the coaching end? Like months, years ago? How long has it been since?
So the coaching was in 2019 through the beginning of 2020, and then I kind of took my exit interview, if you will, when I retook the test, and shockingly, and I was so happy for this because I felt better, but you never know on those tests how they're going to interpret the changes and the program, and everything was back in balance and where it was, and somewhat of a success story. So it's been about a year that I'll say the training wheels have been off, and I've been taking that coaching into my everyday life, and it's been awesome. I think that first time you're able to put it to practice, that feeling of the miniature success really helps you put it into practice time and again as time goes on. And I think for me, understanding that the process wasn't about rewiring who I was or changing my personality or anything like that, but to really figure out what made me happy and what made me successful, and how to kind of upgrade all of those features about yourself